Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
What it do, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Your favorite two North Carolinians. We are back. Thank y'all for joining us for another week. Dre, your young OG Reg. Starting to feel that way, nigga. This body be aching sometime, but what happened? You know what happened? You start adding on them years. The military, dog. I tell motherfuckers that's my age, I be like, hey, look, my body probably should be 10 to 15 times older than yours, but it ain't for some reason. Like, just the shit that we endure, like we put our bodies through, like you at your age right now, like the average person at your age, your body should probably, feel a lot older than theirs just by, things you've done, running in boots, PT tests, gear, ruck marches, all that shit that these other motherfuckers don't have to worry about. But, it's a blessing. Anywho, what's good with you?
Man, I'm coolin', bro. Slow motion. Man, been a good week, man. I have got my poo upstairs, bro.
Okay.
She here for spring break, so she rocking out. So I will be. So I have to give her a shout out to Skylar Footman, right? Because before I came downstairs, he clearly said, "Okay, Dad. Well, if you're going downstairs and you're leaving me, at least give me a shout out on the pod." So poo, there's your shout out. Check it out on Saturday. Now this is your time to cut it off, please and thank you.
Yes.
Anyway, man, it's been a good week, man. We've been kicking it. I told you, man. I'm really excited and just I don't even know what other word to describe, man. Now that she's getting older, more talkative. We're able to bond on so many different levels. Man, and it's just a beautiful thing. It's what I've been waiting for, and it's only up from here as far as that goes.
Absolutely.
So it's making me happy, man, and I've had a great week.
Yes, indeed. That's good shit. My nigga got a birthday coming up. Another year around.
Yeah,
golden
man.
Anniversary at that. Well, stay golden. It ain't a golden anniversary, but
Hey, man. Hey, we here. Bring it on. They say you get to 40, that's when you start really, really figuring things out. So
yeah,
bring it on, because there's plenty of shit I need to figure out. So
yeah, I feel the same way. Life slows down, for a little bit because it's almost one of those. Well, I've seen this before, so
yeah.
We navigate it this way or whatever else. So I mean. Yeah. But when do we ever stop learning and going through experiences, though?
Oh, no, never.
That's one thing. But the good thing about it is you go into those new experiences and everything else a little bit wiser than you did the last time.
Right.
So, But yeah, man, happy early. For those of y'all that are listening and viewing, by the time y'all hear this, see this, it will be his birthday. So shout him out, add him. He might even take a shot with you if you want. But
For sure. Get at me.
Yeah. Same. It's the same old with me, dog. I'm not going to put y'all through. Listen to me say I'm just living life and being a retiree and everything else. We're gonna jump right into it, to the sports. We will start with the ladies. So the college national championship happened on Sunday. For some fucking reason, it was on at 3 p.m. on a Sunday, which was, to me, I agree with you. To me, was terrible timing. Especially if we are looking to grow the women's game, that ain't the way to do it.
No, it's not, bro.
I think they deserve better than that. And they would have had better than that. I mean, 5, 6 o'clock wouldn't have been bad, but 3 o'clock's terrible. I mean, when me and you talked, you was like, "Damn, I didn't even know." Like, Because I'm thinking it was 5 or 6, and I just so happened to be talking to somebody, and they was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go catch the game." And then I looked, I'm like, "Damn, why they?" Because I was thinking like, "Why they talking about so early?" And I looked, because I'm thinking it's 5, and I looked and it's 3. So, but
Yeah.
we had, well, we'll start with we can go straight to the championship. It was South Carolina, UConn. Congratulations, shots out to UConn.
Yeah.
For Molly whopping the South Carolina Gamecocks, which I didn't think it would go down like that. It was a Molly whopping, regardless of if you're a Gamecock fan or not. I'm not a fan of UConn or South Carolina, but I would have liked to see Don win. But I'm not mad with UConn winning. I'm
Yeah.
not mad with Paige Beckers winning, but I did not think it was going to go down like that. I think I told you this. I Watching this game and then going back to the game that they played in February, one thing stuck out in my mind. Gino Auriemma put this team together specifically with South Carolina Gamecocks in mind.
That's the
No,
way it seems.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it to me. This team was designed to beat South Carolina. He looked at who was the top dogs, the number one team, the team to beat in college basketball, and said, "This is the type of team I need to put together in order to beat them." That team might not work against some other teams, but it's going to beat this team. And it just so happened that the 2 times they met up, he completely dominated. His team completely dominated uh, South Carolina.
I'll bet.
Yeah. Um, you know, I just and truth be told, South Carolina did not play good throughout the whole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
They played from behind the majority of their games, but they're so good that them playing from behind, and then third quarter they turn it on and it runs out through the fourth quarter. By the time the game is over, they win by 20, 25 points, and you're like, well, that was an easy game for them. But truth be told, like, they might have been down by 8, 9, or 10 at halftime, and then third quarter they find their form. But
Yeah.
as I said, and I think you said it too, you can't play from behind on UConn like that.
No, two. They got snipers out there, man. They shoot. They're shooting well, right?
Mhm.
They set it up. Paige, obviously, you see what she got going on, man. She controls the entire game,
Yeah.
right? She does. She does. The IQ is out of this world, off the charts. And she didn't just straight up kill them. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll agree with you on that, and saying that Gino got the best of Don this year. Obviously, stats don't lie. So hats off to the Huskies, man.
No. Of course, Ashley Watkins would have made a difference in this game. How big of a difference, I don't know. Because it's hard to make up 30 point, and even, I mean, UConn ended up winning. I think the final score, they won by 21, 20, 23 points, something like that.
Yeah,
but it wasn't even that close. Like, they were up by it was over 30 at one point in time. But they, of course, they started pulling players and everything else. But where do you think? And I don't have. There's no doubt in my mind that Don is not going to rebound and put a team out on the court next year that's going to rival this UConn team or even be better than the team she had on the floor this year. But just from your opinion, where do you think Don goes from here?
Transfer portal.
Yeah. Shooting, big men, big women. What do you?
They get stronger. They get stronger. They get stronger in the front court for sure.
Okay.
More skill wise. I think they add. I think they got to go get a big.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you coming off of a string of Asia, what was after her Aaliyah Boston, and then Cardosa, like, that's like, she's had the luxury of having some of the best bigs in college basketball on her team. And this year it just so happened that it it just Ashley Watkins got hurt, but it just so happened that she didn't have that. I think Tessa Johnson is going to be tough next year, and the freshman they had that came off the bench.
Mm-hmm. Well, they got the lead. They got the leading scorer from Florida State.
Yeah.
And was she not the ACC Player of the Year? I believe she was.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, she goes under the radar. That's how much they don't talk about women's basketball.
I think Baby dropped like 26 a game easily.
Yeah.
Damn sure got us out of the way.
Yeah.
At the buzzer.
Yeah. Gino loses Paige.
Yeah.
How tough are they next year?
I think they'll still be tough. I mean, Gino ain't gonna put no slaw out on the damn court. Yeah. He ain't gonna put no slaw out there, though.
That freshman comes back off of scoring 26 and 13 in the national championship game, a freshman.
Right.
Bud comes back. Yeah. On to the men. I don't know if you want to talk Final Four or not, or you just want to talk championship game. I don't know what you want to do.
Talk championship, man.
Congratulations to I was about to say Houston Cougars, but not so fast there, my friend. Congratulations to the Florida Gators. Houston fucked around and did not put away a team that looked like they should have been put away. And they let Florida hang around until Walter Clayton Jr. started hitting shots. And that's when the whole game turned. Yes, we can talk about the level of physicality. Like in the first half, it definitely, I don't think there was the calls at the end of the game were even. Like when you look at it, one team probably had been called for 20 fouls, the other team may have been called for 21, 22. Not too big of a difference. But in the first half, I watched a lot of the game I watched. I'm like, they're letting these boys play. Like they're not making a lot of calls. I think they said it was only 4 foul calls in the first half.
Yeah.
In the second half is a whole lot. So yeah, that was the big difference. Like,
well, somebody made the call up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what Houston's bringing to the table. We know how physical they're going to be, right? They have the clips out of their practices that were supposed to be closed practices. You know, Coach Sampson is literally rolling the ball out, and they are getting after it, diving forward, scrapping forward. They're a scrappy, strong bunch, right? But when it boils down to it, at the end of the game, you know what happened to what they did to Duke happened to them.
Mm-hmm. Simple and plain.
Lack of execution. Lack of execution. And a team like that that's so physical, you know what I mean? You can't have both. It's very, very tough to have both. I think the only team that I could think about in the past outside of a 2009 Tar Heel team is probably prior to that, probably that you know, when the Gators went on their run, and they had everything. They had physicality, they had shooters, they were fundamentally sound, they had everything.
Yeah.
They were short. They were shorter.
Yeah. Houston and that helter-skelter defense is and when it works, it works. But it's kind of hard to, like, Nola Richardson, what was it? 40 Minutes of Hell. Like that's hard to stay consistent with for 40 minutes. And
but if you weather the storm.
Yeah, if you weather the storm. Yeah, if you weather the storm and you're right there, which Florida did, you know, because Florida was discombobulated. But the problem was Houston wasn't all that great on offense either. It was 31-27 at halftime or something like that.
Right.
Low scoring game. Ugly. The last 4 possessions, it was four turnovers for Houston, the last four possessions. The very last possession, they had 19 seconds on the clock. Didn't even get a shot attempt until the last 3 to 4 seconds on the clock, which end up not being a shot attempt.
I want to say they didn't even get a shot attempt. That's what you want to call it.
Terrible.
Yeah, poor execution. That's what I was saying. That's what I was alluding to, bro. It's hard to get a physical bunch like that is fundamentally sound, that goes through basic X's and O's, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I believe that's the thing. I mean, honestly, the closest thing that we saw this year was probably down in Durham.
Yeah. Yeah. To talk about them real quick. As much as we talked about, how this team look like they gonna blah blah blah, they kind of stay true to form.
Mm-hmm.
Far as and have I honestly, that team, where does that fall in being at one of the most talented teams?
Duke?
Yeah, that they've had ever.
From top to bottom? I don't know if they've had a more talented team.
At least a 8-man rotation, at least 8 to 9.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as far as depth goes, and being able to beat people up, I don't think they've had a tough. I mean, I honestly, truthfully, I did all but hot damn, get on the podium and give them motherfuckers the damn championship because they were that good.
Yeah,
they were that good. But I will say this: in the games that they lost, the last possession, the Cooper Flag got the ball. What happened?
Yeah, he got lemon booty.
Yes, he's a young boy. Yes, he should be a senior high school right now, but he's not.
Right. He got the lemon booty. Got real tight in the against Kentucky, turned the ball over, I think 2 times in the final however many seconds. Kansas, he missed the last shot. Of course, this game against Houston, he missed the last shot. In the game against Florida or whoever else, there was somebody you brought that up by you just saying that. There was somebody that said the ACC failed Duke.
Jay Billis said that.
Jay Billis said that. They ran through the ACC and they didn't have any competition far as in them getting that experience and playing in a tight game. You have 4 chances.
That's not up to the conference. It's up to the coach.
It's absolutely. You have 4 games. So
it's up to the coach. And you got 4 games. You have 4 games. And at the end of the day, when it boiled down to it, now things leading up to the last shot, okay, fine, or the last possessions or 2, fine. But hell, Stevie Wonder could see what the common denominator is when it comes down to the last couple of possessions.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
You're right about that.
And that let me not take anything away from Cooper Flag.
No,
he is that guy.
Yeah,
That's a bad boy.
He is.
I take anything away from him.
He is. I wasn't as high on him as a lot of people were because I watched him here at the Peace Jam, and he wasn't the best player on the court during that time here, the whole tournament. But he could have easily just said, "Hey, I'm here to be here."
Right.
I watched the McDonald's All-American game, and he wasn't who he was, but either way, he's gonna be the number 1 overall pick. I don't know who's starting this rumor about it's a strong possibility he might come back to college because depending on who gets the first draft pick or who ends up with the worst record, he don't want to play for the Hornets or whoever else. Newsflash, buddy, the Hornets not going to be good next year. So if he's trying to run from that this year, it might happen next year. So son, the best bet is to go ahead and strike while the iron's hot.
Take your talents to the NBA. Don't risk getting an injury. You're young. You're 18 now or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You got plenty of years ahead of you. Go get your coin.
Yeah.
Go live out your dream.
Absolutely. There's nothing else for you to get. Well, of course, there's more you can do in college, but you've shown enough.
From an individual standpoint, there is nothing.
He's shown enough. Um, Ja Morant.
Yep.
Real quick,
Yep.
what are your thoughts?
Ja, excuse me. Ja, in my opinion, has fully embraced the villain role.
Yes, I said that earlier to somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, he's embraced it, man. But at the same time, you can do that without, hitting your pockets. Yeah, we know you got big bread, this, that, and third, but there's other ways you could do it without, with the whole gun gestures and all that stuff, brother,
Mm-hmm.
man. That's the last thing that you need to be doing. What you
Right.
need to be doing is focusing on rebuilding your brand.
Yes, because none of these niggas want to be the face of the NBA. Obviously, Ja wants it. It's there for the taking. I'm with you 100%. And the whole thing of, well, there's other players that do it or have done it. Well, guess what? Guess who they gave the warning to? They gave the warning to Ja. As a
Yeah, I
parent,
don't
you
care about
don't.
who else
Yeah,
doing it.
exactly. As a parent, when you tell your kid to do something and they say, "Well, such and such," well, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Exactly, I'm telling you. So, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Look, I will never say John Morant. You gotta act like Barry Sanders or be like Barry Sanders. Act like you've been there before. But Ja don't have to celebrate after every basket. You don't have to gun gesture. There's so many other different celebrations you can do. But every basket don't need a celebration. You don't really need that controversy anyway. Um, I mean, I don't know, man. Like you said, he can be the villain and do it in other ways.
Right.
So, um, but he don't at the same time, he don't have nobody else to blame but himself.
Right.
You know, good luck
Absolutely.
to him. Good luck to him,
Absolutely.
and hopefully things unfold the way he would like him to. Um, just keep your nose clean, man, for the most part. That's it. You know, I don't think there's anything else left in sports. Shador Sanders,
Yeah.
all out the top 10.
Fall
Uh,
out of the top 10?
if he does, is
Uh-huh.
that crazy to you?
No.
Okay.
No, because for me, it's all about team needs.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I knew he wasn't going to be the number one pick.
Yeah.
I knew Cam Ward was going to be the number one
I
pick.
felt that way all year.
I
We
mean,
talked about it plenty of times. Yeah.
he's the better quarterback.
Yeah.
He was in college, at least. We don't know what
Mm-hmm.
happens in the league.
Yeah.
He's better quarterback. And in my opinion, it's A and B.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 and 2. It's not no neck and neck. It's not up for debate.
No.
Cam Ward is better than Shador Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there?
I guess coming off their pro day,
I don't give a
what they say? He pat the ball too much.
man. Please, every quarterback pats the ball.
Right. And I think some of it's nitpicking. The first person that said it was who was it? The cornerback from the Jaguars that gets burnt consistently anyway.
I'm coming to get that.
Yeah. He said can't do that in the league, boy. We taking that back for 6 every time.
No, you're not.
Yeah, he's not.
Uh-oh.
Now Michael Parsons, what do you say? He said right there is a different that one to whatever pat 1 to 2 pat that you're doing right there is a difference of me getting to you and you having to either get sacked or throwing the ball away. I can Michael Parsons is bad, but everybody don't have a Michael Parsons.
No, they don't.
So by him saying that, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I'll give you that, Michael Parsons. But it's only Micah, Miles, TJ,
Yeah, like
Bosa. Like it's only a select few that can say that right now.
yeah.
So
We
yeah, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not overly, you know. Um, to move on, well, we gave a shout out to Melo last week for Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
basketball Hall of Fame. Let's do the same for Dwight Howard,
Yeah, man. Give it up. Exactly. Gotta give it up.
as well as my girl Maya Moore.
Man, big
Yes,
dog.
indeed.
Big dog.
My favorite women's basketball player. Well, because I love Saint Cooper, and of
Yeah,
course Ivory
I like Ivory. I
and
think
Charlotte Smith. That's it
oh
for me.
yeah. Yeah, Charlotte Smith for sure. I'm a go, but you know what? Honestly, why you say that? Honestly, I think Diana Taurasi is probably my favorite
Yeah,
basketball
I,
player.
I
Of
I like her, but yeah, but
course, Charlotte Smith is the
yeah,
first one I seen with game like
yeah.
up close in person. I've
Mhm.
never seen a woman with game like that. I
Right.
met her when I was younger, man.
hmm Maya Moore would be my number one. I don't. It's just oh bad girl,
Yeah,
bad girl. There are more, but we're not gonna look up those names. Um, so as of the last time we recorded, an incident happened with a young fellow by the name of Carmelo Anthony and another young fellow by the name of Austin Metcalf.
yes,
So what's being said that happened is there was a confrontation at a high school track meet.
yep,
Carmelo Anthony sat in an area that belonged to the other team.
hmm
Austin Metcalf, being a part of the other track team, approached him, basically told him he was sitting in the wrong area and he needed to move. Carmelo Anthony did not get up and move. Austin Metcalf began to, I guess, antagonize him and basically tell him that he's gonna make him get up if he don't get up. And Carmelo Anthony didn't move. Then there was a physical altercation, and this is not allegedly. This is what's being said on the police report that was taken. I saw it earlier this morning. Austin Metcalf pushed Carmelo Anthony 2 to 3 times. Carmelo Anthony reached in a backpack, pulled a knife out, stabbed Austin Metcalf in the chest, and walked away.
yeah,
Um, and that's the gist of it.
yeah. Well, it's plenty to unpack here, man.
Right.
For one, condolences to the Metcalf family for losing, losing a part of their family, man. A young
Absolutely.
man, you're right, a young man who probably, well, I'm gonna say not probably, didn't deserve to die young, right? Like
hmm
let's just call it what it is. Did not deserve to die young, like he did. With that being said, uh, you can't put your hands on people.
No.
You
Texas
cannot
has to stand your ground law too.
mm, 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 mm. You cannot put your hands on people, right? You can't like I understand school pride, big. You've been in high school before. I've been in high school before. Who you think you are versus who you really are, things like that, or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
Um, and so all in all, it was just a horrible situation that could have happened to anybody. That could happen to any school. Um, you know, I don't know why the young man, Kobe Bryant, or Carmelo Anthony, I said Kobe Bryant,
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony, um, felt the need to have a knife in his bag in the first place. I mean, that's a whole different topic for a whole different other day.
Right.
But yeah, but he did, and for whatever reason, he felt like he had to defend himself in that time, man. And it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for both parties on what's
Yeah.
about to happen, right? Because this thing is going to go to court. And this thing's going to get sticky.
Very. It's sticky now. Just the fact that it's turning into, as it always kind of does, a black versus white.
Yeah, of course,
You
of
know.
course.
I mean, like, I echo what you said. You have to keep your hands to yourself. That's one of the main things that these kids like need to understand. And it's it's hard to say that because we were kids
Yeah,
and we fought. But it's not like, I mean, these days are so much different because the chances of someone pulling a knife out when I was in high school, there were chances, but it wasn't common.
it's
It
far in
wasn't common.
it's far in between that what
Yeah,
happened.
yes, yeah, far in between. It wasn't common for a lot of kids to have a gun in high school and
Yeah,
pull one out. Like there were kids that had them, but it was like, I mean, so you gotta keep your hands to yourself.
yeah,
And you know, he was very remorseful from the police report that I read. Carmelo Anthony, he asked about the kid. When they said that they have the alleged suspect, he said, "No, there's no alleged. I am the suspect. I'm the one that did it, but I was protecting myself." He felt like he needed to protect himself. Um, you know, Man, it's just unfortunate because you hate to see this happen. Like you said, it's going to go to court. It's going to get messy. Even if he, you know, is found not guilty, how does this affect him for the rest of his life?
right.
It definitely is going to affect this other family for the rest of their life. Um, Especially the Austin Metcalf had a twin brother, and what's being said is that he passed away in his twin brother's arms.
Yeah,
So I mean, these are kids that's just going. I mean, be scarred for the rest of their life by this tragic event.
absolutely.
Man, let's change the mood, lighten it up.
Yeah, man.
Ayesha Howard.
Yeah.
So after we potted last week, she went on social media and basically made a quick little video, basically telling women that if they're not using their pussy to fuck entertainers, rappers, or athletes, they got poor pussy management. She didn't say it in those exact words, but to summarize it, that's basically what she said.
Well, I don't know exactly what she said, so I can't comment on it too much. But if that's what she alluded to, then that is bad business.
That's basically what she looked. You can listen to the interview, and that's basically what she said. She
Wow.
said, "Look at the men that I date. If I was to come look at the men that you date, and I was to say, well, you fucking for a welfare check, or you fucking for Section 8."
Wait. Who said this?
Aisha Howard, John Morant, not John Morant, Anthony Edwards, the little baby's baby mama, Anthony Edwards' baby mama.
Okay, I did hear what she had to say.
Yeah, yeah,
I did hear what she had to say. Well, you said that part, but I also I think um what I gathered from it was basically like you're telling me I'm wrong for doing one thing and doing what I want to do based on how I look at that type of thing, but I'm not telling you you're wrong for the decision that you make.
Mhm.
But that's what it sounded like to me. Now I didn't hear all of it, but that's the little bit that I did
Right.
hear is what I picked up on, and that was something that I was like, okay, she kind of got a point from that standpoint. Now, as far as using your body and all that crap, I don't know nothing about that.
There's some group chats that we should not be in, and she put us in a lot of this, from earlier videos, her speaking on this and what's going on, basically trying to make Anthony Edwards out to look like a bad guy. So I guess a lot of it was coming from
Well,
that standpoint.
it ain't hard to make
Yeah.
him look like a bad guy.
No, it definitely ain't.
Let's
A
be
lot of
clear.
Yeah, a lot of it come from that standpoint. But I mean, at the same time, well, she started off by saying, people said that I'm used him to have a name or get status, and she said, I had a name and status before that.
Well, I didn't know who she was, but I mean, Okay.
Exactly. And your name and status came off of another man, little baby's baby mama.
She is little baby baby mama.
Yeah,
Oh.
for the
Well,
people that know her.
oh. Okay.
Know her,
Well.
know her. But so
Yeah.
yeah, so
All right.
I mean, what are we talking about? It's the same thing. Anthony Edwards, little baby. Blah, blah, blah. Your name or your status came off of you, bringing a child in this world off of a millionaire,
How
basically.
many kids does this man have?
Who?
Little baby.
I have no idea.
I thought he had two.
Mm, I don't know.
I don't. Okay, it doesn't matter.
It don't. It don't. But yeah, I found that interesting that she chose to go on social media and sometimes hopefully we get big, we blow up. I would say, hey, Dre, we probably gotta not read the comments as much. It's gonna be niggas that hate us. It's gonna
Mm.
be women that hate us. I mean, but the comments, reading the comments, eh, from what I see, it can fuck with you. Hell, I've been in the comment section talking about a Duke player. So hey, it happens. I have Kanye name up here, but I don't know why. I saw the album cover for that World War III. It was two guys in the KKK suit or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him.
I don't understand
Um,
this man,
me
bro,
neither.
and I'm really tired of it.
Me too.
Right, like it goes from the swastika to all like, come on, man, like what is it like? It. I think he is trying to show that he can make anything go viral, or he could be the topic of so many different conversations, right? Like
Right.
that's the feeling that I all of the buffoonery that this man does, dog. Like
Yeah.
that's like it is just, and for me, I'm tired of it, brother. Like I'm tired of it. I'm over it.
I'm 100%
Right? Do what
tired
you
of it.
gonna do. You a grown ass man. Hey, guess what? I'm a little fella down here. You know what I'm saying? I'm down here.
Yeah.
For your money and all that stuff make you up there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Right.
But I'm fucking sick of it.
I'm with you. So I was sent. I got a homeboy. He used to A&R for Def Jam a while ago, and that's where I get the majority of my music from. He still has plugs and he gets early release and music, and he actually sent me the Bully album a little while ago, and I got around to it. I listened to three songs. That's all. That's as far as I got into it. And there's a song called Circles that I was like, oh, okay, I can fuck with that. I liked it. Um, I want you to check it out though when you get the chance. Just that. You ain't gotta listen to that other shit. It's only like I think like 2 minutes long, but
Is it out?
yeah, what Bully been out for I want to say about 3 weeks now. But he has another one called World War III. That's the one with the KKK stuff on the cover that's supposed to be whatever. I don't know. Um to keep it in the music, Dreamville Fest happened this past weekend. From
Yeah.
all the videos and pictures I've seen, it looked amazing.
Yeah.
I was truly upset and disappointed that they did not live stream it. This was the
Yeah.
fifth,
What was that
and
about?
yeah, exactly. This was the fifth and supposedly final, but I guess that Saturday they announced that it will not be the last one. I guess it'll be under new management. So I guess that's good. Especially I mean, it's good for the state and good for the, for that area is going to bring, continue to bring more money in. Hopefully they
Uh-huh.
keep it authentic to as what it's been.
Right.
Um, and I mean, that's all I really gotta say. Like I said, I didn't get to see any of it like the last couple past years where it was live stream, which was truly disappointing.
Yeah, I I don't know what that was about either, man. But like it seemed a great time, right? Like, I mean, we talking hundreds of thousands of people out there,
Mhm.
man. And with J. Cole having an agenda, definitely boosting the economy out in North Carolina, man. So hats off for him
Right.
to
True.
him for doing that, right? Like just putting on for the state. So hopefully, like you said, he did say what he said, and we'll see what it looks like moving forward, bro.
Mhm. There was a list that came out of the top 25 female rappers, but we're not going to talk about that. Not unless you want to. I wasn't going to get to
Who was number one?
it. Nikki. 2 was Missy. That's off the top of the head. I'm not going to look. But I did see this list real quick. I don't know who did it, but we can go through it real quick. But it's the top 10 best guest rap verses of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And it says one verse only, and it's based off that one verse, impact, and skill.
Okay.
All right. So number 10 is Busta Rhymes verse on the remix of Scenario.
Okay.
9, Nas live at the barbecue. 10, Jay-Z Diamonds remix. Got it from here, yay, damn. Chain, okay.
That was number what?
That's number 8.
Okay, number 8. All right.
Number 7, Jada's verse on Made You Look remix.
Okay.
Number 6, Drake, Stay Scheming.
Okay.
How how do you feel about that song, Stay Scheming?
I like that song.
I like it, but I'm not. I don't think I hold it in the same regards as a lot of people do.
I don't hold March Madness in the same regard as people do.
Okay.
I don't like March Madness at all, actually.
Okay. Okay. Stay Scheming, and there's another one for me. But stay, yeah. I can't even think of it right now. All right, that was number 6. Number 5, Little Kim's verse on Quiet Storm remix.
Okay.
God damn. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Nicki's verse on Monster.
Okay.
Kendrick's verse on Like That.
Of course.
Impact.
Yeah. Impact is wild.
Yeah. Outside of that, here's where it gets tricky. 3K. We at number 2 now. Oh, that Kendrick was number 3.
Okay.
Number 2, 3K's verse on Players Anthem, International Players Anthem.
It has to be there. It has to.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 1, AZ's verse on Life's a Bitch.
Wow. Who put this out?
I don't know. I just found it floating on the internet. Visualizing the realness of life's actuality. Fuck the baddest person status depend on salary. I love that verse, but
That's a borderline backpackers list.
I can't go with that. I love that verse, but I can't do it. I can't do it. Is there one you'd add? Just off the top of your head, I can't. I don't have one. Honestly, I think Busta Rhymes' verse on the original Scenario is better than the remix.
Okay.
I'm not mad with this Jay-Z's verse on Diamonds. Jada, much as I love Jada, this Made You Look. I go back and forth on him and Luda having the best verse on that song.
I think Luda had the best verse on that song, bro. And I'm glad you said that because when you said, I'm like, Luda
I go back and forth with it. Um, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Stay Scheming.
Right.
Um, I can go Ross on Devil in a New Dress.
Yeah, you could. Ooh.
That's a tough one. That's a tough that's
You can't
uh
eat my bitch. I get bitch. She get your ass a bone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um listen, Lil Kim, Quiet Storm. You know what? This might be unpopular. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right. So that verse, yes, hot damn hole. Here we go again.
Okay.
But I think I had just joined the army when that came out because I remember I was in Korea.
I want to
Now,
know. You gonna tell me? You're going to. This is going to tell me if you are who I think you are. Go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
on that same song. Now we just talking about this.
Oh, okay.
So on this same song, I think Prodigy ended with "I can never get enough of this." Yo,
Yeah.
that's my shit. I need that shit. The boot, like that's. But I get it. I get it. That so
That's their song though.
yes, that's yes. So I get it.
So you didn't say what I was about to say.
Is I'm trying to think of a five. I know there's a.
I'm going to
Go ahead.
give you if we're talking about verses.
Ooh, I got one. Go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
I'm going to go.
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm going to go Foxy.
Okay.
Ain't no nigga.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That's what I'm going to go.
I got one for you.
That's better than Lil Kim's.
Okay.
So, but go ahead.
Well, tell me about this. Yeah, we knucking and bucking. And...
Well, but that's their song though.
Yeah, it is.
So
You're right. You're right. So that's not a feature. You're right.
Yeah,
and that's what I said. I
said
said top 10. Yeah. Guess. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's their song.
All right. Ugh.
But I think but the key word is impact.
Yes, impact.
So I don't know if Fox had the same impact as Lil Kim on Quiet Storm. I don't know. I don't know.
No, because yeah, you're right.
Because if you go back and listen to it, the stuff she's saying back then,
yeah,
women are wearing it. They're doing it right now.
Yeah, it goes today. It goes today. Mm-hmm.
So impact, that word is subjective, but subjective is a word that comes very, very often through Unapologetic Studios, so we can leave that there.
Yeah. Can you argue with Monster, with Nicki's verse on Monster?
Impact, no.
She spazzed. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah. Impact, no.
I'm not.
The only thing, honestly, my bad. The only thing that I can say that I heard on the list, like, you can't deny 3K.
No,
you can't.
No,
you can't. You can't.
No,
because guess what? People, you think about how many guys, and I think about me, right? I think about me and how many times I could be in a room with dudes and somebody, me and had those conversations and they're talking about, hey, well, I'm thinking about jumping that broom, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Somebody's going to say, don't do it. Reconsider. Need some better. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
They're gonna say it. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
So can't deny that.
Nah.
Probably should have been number one.
Yeah, I'm not mad with it. This AZ, like as much as I love this verse on Life's a Bitch, I think the album is because of the album that it's on. It's on Illmatic.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And it's a great. I mean, I'm not. It is a great verse to me, but it's just not there. Man. Like it's not there. It hasn't. It suffers by being on Illmatic because there are other songs that trumps it, but It wasn't a single. So where's the impact on it? Mm.
Oh,
So
what is what? Even it's so much. You know what? And again, this stuff is subjective and
yes,
things like
very
that. I
much.
was thinking about you talking about AZ. We could go. We can go. Nas when he got on that "It's Mine" by
Yeah,
Marley.
yeah.
You know, Halle Berry blowing kids at the Barbara
Mm-hmm.
Streisand. Man, are you crazy?
No
Anyway, we
need
can
to
go all night.
live it
Yeah,
up. Yeah.
we can go all night off that. So we
Mm-hmm.
gonna all right. I'm gonna leave it alone.
What about oh, what about Kendrick on Control?
Why is that not in there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because he definitely was flicking motherfuckers off left and right. like little fucking flies. Like little fucking flies.
Yeah.
He was.
I can put that in there. All right, y'all. We not going because I know uh, we are definitely music guys. We can do this all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, there was a debate going on for about 2 to 3 weeks, and it said
Mm-hmm.
the spouse of the child. So if you were in a boat, you, your spouse, your child, and
Mm-hmm.
you could only save one from drowning,
Mm, 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 mm.
who is it?
No.
And so there was a lot that said, the child, of course, and then there was a lot that said my spouse because, and I think it was a child that's under the age of one. So for the ones that said my spouse, it'd be because this is the person that I fell in love with. I said I'm going to be with for the rest of my life, and we've probably been together for a while. We can't replace a child, but we can make another child.
I don't know any type of scenario where I would. I don't even know, man. I
Hmm.
don't know any type of scenario where I'm giving up my child, dog.
Right.
I'm sorry.
So the well, I'm not gonna say popular opinion, but one of the main things that were being said is that because a lot of men, I think the majority men were saying spouse, and what came with that was said that men are natural uh protectors, and there were other words used, so that would be the reason why a lot of men said that. A lot of women said the child, and they equated that to women being nurturers and you know all the other keywords that go along with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difficult decision.
I uh, I would probably. I'm gonna say I'm giving myself up any day of the week. I know that's not an option, but
Hmm.
that's where my mind goes to when I hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, and honestly, I guess and it all depends on whose eyes, who's looking at it, whether it's a right decision or a wrong decision. But honestly, there is no right or wrong decision because you're talking about two people that you probably say, "Hey, I'll give my life for either one of these people."
Well, it's two people that your life is supposed to be devoted to.
Absolutely.
Be clear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Um, there was this thing. This lady had her final wishes was that let me read this. Man seeks advice after his dying wife asked permission to spend one last night with her ex. Should he grant or deny his wife's dying requests?
what the fuck do I look like, man? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be in there too. Yeah. Tell bro, tell bro to pull up on us.
Oh.
Tell bro to pull up on us. Cause ain't none of that.
No, yeah, we not have. And the crazy thing is, I mean, well, obviously, if she's asking this question, there has to have been some kind of correspondence for her to want, not unless I can't see her saying just out the blue, like, hey, I want to fuck my ex one last time. Let me, without even knowing if that's something he want. So I'm in my mind, there's already been
So
some
I
kind
get
of
what you're saying.
correspondence.
Yeah. Breaking news: 32 seconds ago, Colorado State guard Keon Evans has committed to North Carolina. 10.6 points, 2.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists per game. Shot 45% from three.
I'm not mad. We needed a point guard. Yep, I see him. We needed a point guard. Uh,
But
three
moving on.
assists. Yeah, 3 assists. I'm not but I was telling my homeboy Reggie today, um, it should be looked at as an honor to be a point guard at UNC. And the fact that it's taken us as long as it has to fill that position is kind of like a little, what's going on? But I'm not mad. I mean, we gotta we need somebody to set the offense up. So hopefully he comes there, he comes to school and does that. Anyway, as you said, moving on. Final wishes. No. Hell no. Fuck no. It's not happening. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But guess what? If that's what you honestly want, am I getting permission to just go do what the fuck I want to do since you're dying anyway? Like, what are we talking about? I mean, that's not even what I'm thinking about. But I mean, if you're gonna ask me some dumb shit like that, like, I mean, what are we talking
Yeah, nah, B.
about? Yeah, I'm not doing
Told you, tell everybody to pull up, bro. We'll be here.
it. Yeah. That's a lack of disrespect, though. That's a lack of respect. That's a lack of respect. You dying, you think about getting dick from somebody else. You got other shit that should be on your mind.
Agreed.
Anywho, all right. So, real quick, lady said that when a man asks for her phone number, there's a series of questions that she asks.
Okay.
She says, "Did you vote? And if you did, who'd you vote for?
Mm-hmm.
Are you legally single and live alone?
Mm-hmm.
Were you born a male?
Okay.
Are you gainfully employed and independent?
Okay.
Is your mom black?
Okay.
Are your children over 10 years old?" Then she said,
Okay.
"If any answers equal no, they can't have my number." She said within the first, even before those questions, the first couple questions within the first couple seconds that she meets a guy that seems interested, um, she wants to know the age. They got to be at least 40 or turning 40 within that year.
Okay.
Um, and she said no mixed kids. She only likes black men that deal with black women,
Okay.
which is all her preference. So, what do you think about these questions?
I think listen, if you are willing to well, let me start off by saying this. Let me backtrack. Let me rewind. Like you said, it's all about preference, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if there's certain things that you want in your partner, or certain criteria that you have for someone to get close to you, regardless of how shallow some other person may think it is,
Mm-hmm.
you're entitled to do that. Now, with that being said, that shrinks, your dating pool. That
Yeah.
shrinks your chances.
Right.
Are there people out there with all of the credentials that you're looking for? Sure, but how many at the age of 40 and up?
True. I, yes, I'm with you. Honestly, it looking at it while you're talking, it don't look the worst to me. I could these be some standard baseline things for you to say, you know what? Um, I don't think I'm asking for a lot. Yeah, I mean it could be, but I mean it all that like you said, preference and who you ask. So if I was to go by one, did you vote and whom for? Um, I think that's a big one. Um, because that might be something I think that I would think about, like how do I exist with a Trump supporter?
Mm-hmm.
Probably don't work over here. Um, and then not voting at all. I mean, that's something that I mean, hey, look, well, why didn't you vote? What are your reasons? Well, this is something we probably need to change. Like you know, are you legally single and live alone? Eh, guys our age should probably be. You would like to think so.
You would like to, yeah.
You would like to think so. Were you born a male?
That's a fair question, brother.
Very fair question. Very fair question. Are you gainfully employed and independent?
That's a fair question.
Very fair. Is your mom black? Now that's when you start to say, okay, all right.
Well, is that like a genetics thing, you think?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it could be, but
I don't know.
yeah, maybe she don't like mixed guys.
Yeah.
Are your children over 10 years old? I me myself, I don't particularly have a issue with this one. I would not say 10. I would like to know how how mannered or behaved they are.
Okay.
Um, I think knowing someone's parenting skills or how they parent could be a big one for you because that can be the difference or the difference maker for a lot of things and how what you believe in and don't believe in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could be fair. And even if I was the person that didn't have that I was being asked about my kids, it's kind of like, well, is my parenting or the way I parent my child going to cause issues with this person that don't have kids, or you know what I'm saying? So, mm,
I think whatever you're gonna ask is what you're gonna ask, man.
yeah,
Like
true.
like I said, it's just gonna shrink. It's going to shrink your dating pool. It
Yeah.
just is.
What would be a baseline question for you, far as in dating? If there was one question you felt like you had to ask.
One question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what are your views on potentially being a stepmom?
Okay. Not a bad one at all.
I'm still raising mine.
Mm-hmm.
Their mothers are very much involved, and I'm going to always respect what their mothers say. I'm going to always be gang when it comes to their mothers.
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean that I'm going to let it come in between my relationship. No, it's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that, me and the two mothers of my children, we have an understanding. Hey,
yeah,
you don't move unless I move. I don't move unless you move. When it comes
mm-hmm.
down to the kids,
Mm-hmm.
move without me knowing. I don't move without you knowing. So, and I work very, very hard for that. So, unfortunately, anybody in my life and the people that are in my life are understood, but I am not willing to put that on the table. I am not.
Come fuck it up.
I am not willing to wipe that out.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not.
I let them know. Yeah, you can't come fuck it up.
I am not.
Not this one. I'm with you.
You come in, motherfucker, guns are blazing, motherfucker. You got to go.
Yeah.
You go. Yeah. I'm sorry. You got to go.
Yeah, we're not about to screw this one up.
No.
Too much hard work put into this one.
Oh shit.
All right. How were you able to lower your standards? Or was there a time that you may have had to lower your standards when dating?
Lower your standards? At this point in my life, I would never. I would like, no. I know my words, what I got going on, and what I bring to the table. So why the fuck would I?
Yeah.
I work hard to the person that I am today and the person that I'm becoming day in, day out. The last thing I'm going to do is nah.
I wouldn't. I don't. Has there been a time where I have? Yeah.
Oh, I have.
Yeah. I don't. But I don't even know if I would call that a situation to where I was dating said person or anything. But we as a man, I'm pretty sure the majority of us have had that. Okay, the club light's about to come on.
Oh, a hot dog.
Yeah, we gotta.
Hot dog. You got. I thought. Okay.
Gotta throw this Hail Mary. Well,
okay.
It said how were you able to lower? How were you able to lower your standards, or was there a time that you had to, that you may have had to lower your standards?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. If we talking about getting that octagon, and I've done it at this big age of 39. And at this big age of 39, and what I got? How many days I got? Fucking 3 days, 3 days,
4 days, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever. In this big age, hell no, I ain't doing it today.
No. This just came to my mind. All right. So if you and your partner, one of your partners, or whatever, like had to sit down and basically like there was 2 TV screens, one in front of you, one in front of her. On your TV screen, it showed you her past exes.
Yeah.
In her TV screen, it showed her your past exes. Anyone you've had any kind of like relationship or sexual dealings with.
Okay.
How funny, or do you think that shit would be like funny? Would you be a little embarrassed or shamed, or would it just be like? Nigga. Hey, listen, man. I know for
it's a few that.
Go ahead.
It's a few that I'm taking to the grave with me.
I know for a fact, me too. Niggas' palms will be sweating. Like, oh, I know this motherfucker about to come up. God. Oh, she don't look at me any different.
Oh, don't.
Reggie, you are that? Like, like can't do shit. We get like the moose sign, like, hey, mean, hey.
We all got them, man.
Yeah,
We all
but
got them.
but
I
at
got
the
a few
same
friends.
yeah, at the same time, I'm pretty sure I would look at her and be like,
Yeah, of course.
but
So
there's a lot of women that will tell you that that ain't the case. Like for instance, and this just my homegirl Rashada. Rashada says she ain't never had a bad one.
I ain't
Yeah,
so I ain't.
me neither.
Oh
I
no!
love you to death,
Oh
Rashada.
no!
But
Oh
yeah,
no! Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah,
Rashada,
yeah,
no!
yeah. I strongly
You
disagree with that.
you are full of dog too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you full no, Rashada, no, and
Hmm.
she know how to. She can contact me like I can contact her.
Yeah.
Rashada Wills, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
we're not buying it,
No, yeah,
baby.
yeah. You got some bad notches under the belt.
Come on, man.
You all
You know,
do.
hit some gargoyles, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We
Yeah.
all have. Come on.
Yeah.
I know, motherfuckers. That's what I'm about to say. I got partners
Uh-huh.
that are. I mean, you're a killer. I'm a killer. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Like, but I got. I won't say his name. I got one, but one partner in particular that will make you his windup will make you look and you will be like, nigga, how are you doing this? Like,
Nigga, you go for the
how?
100, you go for the 50 meter every time.
No.
Oh, no, 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 no. You talking about the 300.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
hit
okay, okay, okay,
and
okay,
bang that motherfucker out. I
okay.
mean, joint after joint after joint after joint. You be like, yeah,
I got you.
but but he don't know that I know.
Oh, oh,
I know some.
oh.
I know some of
Nigga,
them
you,
dirt
yeah,
diamonds, boy.
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
you came to the fucking planet a couple times now.
Ooh, hey, you just set up some goddamn grenades, boy. Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
um,
You have.
so I honestly, I think like I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, you know what? Um, Sadly, well, I don't want to really know about no exes because I feel like a ex might make me look at you different and not want to deal with you. Unfortunately, be like, that's
You
what you
know,
like.
no, you know what? You know what? For me, not even not e- I can't because you have some women that are open and will tell you, guess what? I don't want that nigga that every joint want.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want the nigga that ain't that I want it. I want it. I want the ugly nigga
yes, yes. And
because
I
the
had
ugly
one that told
nigga
me that.
he gonna treat me. He gonna treat me right. He
Hmm.
gonna do all of the things, and I ain't got to worry about the next joint coming at him and doing this and doing that. The only reason that she would do that is if she sees that she gonna want what I have because she sees how he giving it up towards me.
Hmm. Yeah,
But I know some women like that. I know a few women like that.
yeah. I've had probably one, maybe two that mentioned something like that. All right, let's go ahead and jump on these unapologetic truths.
So
Um, 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 what's an underrated compliment a woman can give you?
an underrated compliment that a woman can give me.
Yeah.
Um, uh, that I speak well.
Okay. Um.
That I speak well.
Oh, what would be one for me? I was gonna say, but the one I was gonna say is I don't think it's too. It's not underrated, so I can't go with that one. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would be an underrated one for me. Mm, I don't know. I got a bunch of weird ones that I get, but I don't know. All right, I'll come back to that one. What do you think of having and or talking to multiple romantic interests at the same time?
I
Mm.
think, I think until you can choose one, I think, and you're being honest about it, I mean, shit, you give people the opportunity to participate.
True.
That's what I think.
True. I mean, long as you upfront with everything, I agree with you. I don't think nothing's wrong with it, especially if you're in a dating or getting to know phase. There are, for me, I'm not particularly into trying to juggle that many. Like if it's this, in a, you know, I'll never tell someone to put all the eggs in one basket. I would say, hey, if you're, for me, for instance, if I was to do this or doing this, you know, there could be, I guess, one, two that I'm, spending time with, but at the same time, like I said, as the whole getting to know each other phase, you're trying to figure shit out, and so I don't see a problem with it at all. If she was to do the same thing, I wouldn't. I mean, long as everyone's upfront and honest with it, like I'm not, you know, yeah. Um, what's the pettiest reason that you've ever had to end a friendship over?
A friendship,
Yep.
um, the pettiest reason I've ever had to end a friendship over. On my tab or on their tab?
Either or, I guess we can say.
Um, hmm, pettiest. I don't know.
I will say because of who they hang around with. Somebody I didn't like. Someone that I guess this was someone that felt the need to always have something to say about me.
Okay,
And I'm like, well, look, that's your friend. They saying that shit around you. I
I
have a
got
problem
one.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have that right.
Hmm.
The most pettiest is for me is um like one like in a relationship with said woman, having a relationship with that dude,
Hmm.
and once it's happened a few times, and once the relationship is over, our friendship is over. To me, it's mind baffling. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. I will never get it. I will never be like that. I don't understand, because if you my guy, you're my guy, and
Right.
that's just it, right? It shouldn't matter who's with who or who's with what. The two can be separated if
Yeah.
if we are friends.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But everybody's not like that,
True.
and I've learned that. I learned that. I learned. If anything, I learned that when I got divorced. I learned that,
Uh-huh.
and it was the weirdest shit ever.
Mhm.
And so it's all good. I'm not gonna name drop, but just saying, it ain't hard to tell who the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand on it. So
Uh yeah. Could it ever be instance of growing and like the way shit moves around, like you grew in this direction, they grew in that direction, or what, how things just particularly just ended up or seemed to happen?
I don't think so, because I think people change. I mean, people change every day.
Yeah.
right? But at the end of the day, if we have a foundation in a relationship, you know, a friendship or whatnot, bro. Like, regardless of who I'm fucking on or whatever the case may be, it shouldn't change how the fuck you view me, and it's not gonna change just because I'm not messing with that person anymore. Doesn't mean that I don't still want to fuck with you. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean that.
I agree with you 100%. All right, so
Because if that was the case, if that was the case, you and I wouldn't be here today.
true. Okay, very true, very true. So now all right, so our relationship elevated, enhanced, right? Which, I mean, we was already there anyway. It just, I mean, you know, we kind of stayed along the same lines, and it just, and naturally as time progressed, it's either going to grow or it's going to decrease. Now, on the flip side, my relationship with Redacted went the other way
Okay.
for whatever reason. I mean, I still love her to death. I mean, she was say something, call, need something, you know, I'm there. You know,
but it never had to be that though.
Yeah, I mean,
the point I'm making is that it never had to be that. It should never come to a point where it's like that.
Absolutely.
Right? Like
absolutely.
I would never put you on. I've never even came close to talking to you or like put you in a predicament where like, yo, bro, you got to choose. That's never even came close out my mouth. That's never even came close to my actions, how we operate, how we this, how we that, or whatever, right? Like for all parties involved, I've never tried to make you choose or choose a side or do this or do that. I've never questioned you about what this person, that person, or whatever got going on, whether you know it or not. I didn't fucking know, but I've never done that to you.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
Because you don't do that. You don't. If you my dog, you my dog. I understand. Well, I understand there's the loyalty and shit. I get it. But if you my dog, you my dog. Right? And we both seen it. We both seen it in situations where like when something was cut off or something when the pool changed or the party changed, so did niggas.
Yeah, the characters, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, well, why? Why?
So then it becomes a case of, well, was the shit really real or is like
exactly.
what? So what's going on?
Exactly. And that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. That's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. To go back to that first question, I think when a woman says that I feel safe around you.
Say it one more time.
When a woman says or tells you that they feel safe around you, I think that's an underrated compliment for me.
Okay, I like that. I like to hear that. Yeah. I like to hear that. I do like to hear that.
Yeah, I mean it's a good one. But all right, we did it.
Yeah,
another one in the books.
Yeah. Well, man, you know, as always, I'm gonna start off saying shout out to you, homie, for keep this thing afloat, man, for doing everything you do for the pod, bro, and everything you do for me. That's first everything you do for me, man, and I appreciate it. Shout out to the home team. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my babies. Again, shout out to Poo Poo's upstairs who made it known that if I did not shout her out, it was going to be so, baby, I love you. Thank you for coming up here. And another thing, she did not have to come here for a spring break. She could have been any place in the world, but she's here with me, and I appreciate that. So, a la Jay-Z. So, anyway, again, like shout out to man, shout out to all our supporters. You know, we love you. We're grateful. We appreciate you. And as always, mental health is real. Myself and Reg, we may not be subject matter experts when it comes down to the subject, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself and you harm others, please Tap into Unapologetic the Pod on Facebook and or IG or individual IG and or Facebook. And I can assure you we will get you the help that you need. Other than that, big dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
You know, and as always, I appreciate you. Love you. You're my guy. Happy early birthday.
Appreciate you, man.
Regardless of what happened, you know, if I make it down there or not, I know you're gonna turn up. You're gonna have a good time. Enjoy yourself. We're gonna take shots anyway. We're gonna do that. For everybody else, thank y'all for all the love, the support, everything y'all do, you know, watching, viewing. One thing I do want y'all to do is to give us some critiques. Let us know what we can do to improve, how to improve, all that good stuff. Like we're you know, I'm open for, you know, criticism. So I appreciate that. If you want to be a guest, you know, you got some things you want to discuss, you know, run it by us and, you know, we'll set something up. Like, share, subscribe, and we appreciate y'all for everything y'all do. As I said last week, keep a low silhouette and keep your head on a swivel. It's spooky out here. But everybody, your kids are on spring break. Keep them safe. This is the time that, you know, shit happens. A lot of troubles going on. We talked about the Karmelo Anthony and, you know, Austin Metcalf's situation earlier. Man, protect your babies, man. Protect your babies and make sure you are aware of what's going on with them. You know, in hopes to prevent, you know, things like that from happening. But as always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Y'all know who it is, your favorite two North Carolinians. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. We will see y'all next week. We out of here.
Take it easy.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.